Monday, a major blizzard whipped through Kansas. Scott City experienced snow and winds not seen in over a decade. In response to this, all major highways located in western Kansas were closed. Many homes experienced power outages during the blizzard. Tim Stecklin, Scott County Director of Emergency Management, has a very important role. Stocklin explains the scope of the storm.
So some statistics from the storm. Originally it was reported as Scott City receiving 14.5 inches of snow. That actually got reduced officially to report 11.5 inches of snow. During the blizzard itself, we had wind gusts up to 60 to 65 miles per hour, and those were between sustained and gusts well over a 12-hour event.
According to the Kansas State Highway Patrol, troopers responded to 1,137 service-rendered calls, 209 non-injury crashes, and 28 injury wrecks. No fatalities have been reported at this time. Jeff Pounds is the sheriff who went out to gather information on the highway's drivability.
At the beginning of the morning, we were all out, all us deputies, we had 3 of us out during the morning, the daytime, and we were trying to get to all the county lines and check on all the vehicles that were stranded and stuff. And then we just realized that the snow was just so bad and visibility was zero most of the time that I just made the call that we would go to the station here in town, the LEC, and we would respond from calls from here, which is basic, thank goodness, is almost the center of the county. And that way we're not wasting time if we get a bunch of calls south 83, and then we're all north on 83. So, and the deal is not to have everybody responding to the same calls, because as soon as we all 3 get to some car in a ditch north of town, there'll be cars in the ditch in the south of town. So,
Undersheriff Michael McEachern sheds light on locations.
It was mainly 83 is where the most stranded motorists were. I'd venture to guess that's probably because it's our more busy highway that we have in our county. Although there were several on 96 and Highway 4 as well.
Using a fire truck to pull out vehicles and other first responders is firefighter Tim Miller.
LEC and anybody that needed rescuing from their vehicles anywhere in the county that we tried to get to where we could get to. We used one of the engines, Engine 5, which is a four-wheel drive. Majority of the ones we pulled were all first responders. We did pull out civilians that were in the line of traffic just to get them out of the way. First responders are titled to go out and look and help. There are more first responders we have out trying to find people is our main priority.
Scott County EMS Director and paramedic Chris Logston had this advice for Scott County residents about how they can stay safe during a winter weather event.
With the wind chills and the temperatures that we've had, frostbite and those types of things can happen within just a few seconds. So if you have to get out, make sure that you're bundled up, all of your skin is covered up, your fingers, your face, all that stuff is not exposed. And then for those who maybe have medical conditions or on home oxygen, things like that, and this type of weather is coming, with the risk of power outages and things, you need to be able to prepare in advance to have some extra oxygen or some way to have electricity to run your concentrator or extra bottles, things like that. And if you're out and about, if you have to be out and about, make sure that you prepare yourself if you get stuck out in this weather. Blankets, food, water, things like that.
As this weather continues to spread all across Kansas, caution is advised. Keep warm and safe. For the Beaver Broadcasting Network, I'm Kadence Allen.